Track 3.3, Lesson 3.4, Listening, Exercise B.
Good morning, and welcome to today's lecture about young drivers and road safety. I want to start by giving you a few facts. You are probably aware that young drivers, that is to say, young adults between the ages of 17 and 24, are at a much higher risk of being involved in a fatal traffic accident than older drivers. Numbers from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration show that young drivers are a third more likely to die in a crash than drivers who are over the age of 40. That's a pretty terrifying number, and it's extremely important that we do something to change that. First, I want to talk about some of the causes of the problem. Younger drivers have less experience, and this means that they're not as good at spotting hazards as older drivers. But more important is the fact that they are risk takers. They are far more likely to drive without a seatbelt, pass dangerously, or drive too fast. Speeding is a real killer. Many young people feel very proud that they have mastered how to drive a car, and I'm sure you know the feeling yourselves. It's so exciting. Sitting at the wheel for the first time, they feel very confident, too confident. And this is another problem. They think they're in control, but in fact, they're actually driving too fast and dangerously. It's absolutely vital that we see a combined effort on the part of schools, healthcare professionals, social workers, and the police, of course, to deal with this problem. Now, let's turn to the solutions to some of these problems. The first thing we need to do is to improve driver training and testing. One suggestion is for us to introduce graduated driver learning and licensing. What does that mean? Well, I'll explain this idea in more detail. We want to see a driving test which is divided into stages, smaller steps if you like. This offers a more structured approach and would include a minimum number of driving lessons followed by a trial period before young adults are actually issued with full licenses. For example, during the trial period, they wouldn't be allowed to drive at night or to carry passengers. In addition, studies have shown that raising the age at which young people can take their driving test would have a major impact on road fatalities. Parents especially should discourage the idea of learning to drive as soon as possible. If local authorities provide realistic transportation alternatives for young people, for example, regular buses and better bike paths, free train travel, then they might be more likely to delay getting their first car. Now, that's all I want to say on the subject of solutions to this problem. Do we have any questions?